And they also know that they are tempo-oriented ball club. Big difference will be that San Antonio is trying to fast break at every opportunity.
Muhammad beat Ben Wallace to the opening tip, so the first possession is San Antonio's. This is Manu Ginobili laying it off for Tim Duncan. He bounces it inside to Muhammad, hook off to Wallace.
Now this is the big San Antonio matchup right here. And you can see Duncan.
Tayshaun Prince, he's guarded by Ginobili.
Now this is a tough cover right here.
Very tough.
He just faded and knocked it in. Now here's Prince coming on the baseline. See, that rotation was late. Anytime you're late with him, he's an act. Now, in this game tonight, from the foul line down, we have great shot blockers. Type of a finisher. Now, here, you can see the defender, Bowen, tried to cheat by going through.
The champions. Duncan. Rolls through the lane, puts it up in it.
Run at him and try to go for the forced turnover.
Rasheed Wallace posting Duncan and
It was definitely blocked by Ben Wallace.
And Prince lays it up,
and the intimidation on that layup was just beautiful to watch.
Hamilton gets free inside. He is all over the place all the time.
Well, he reads the defense so well. If you follow him, he's curling. He's going to get down inside.
San Antonio with 5 fouls.
There it is again.
Go to the line the rest of the quarter. Another turnover. Here goes Hamilton.
And well, if this is going to be refereed this way, in the first 5 minutes, you must adjust.
Here's Duncan.
Going to post up down inside. They're looking for Ginobili. See, this is a tough cover for Ginobili.
Prince puts it up. Can't get that. That man was your defensive player of the year. He'll give you offense from time to time. In fact, in one game in the playoffs early on, he scored 29 points. Here's Duncan coming up with it. His teammates with 2 points and no rebounds. Here's Parker driving all the way. Parker driving all the way. Through Billups to lay it in 19 game. And it's taken away. And Ori stayed in bounds. And replacing Parker. This is Ori getting it over to Ginobili. Still looking for his first field goal.
Talk all you want about rhythm and tempo and playing together and all that kind of business, but they are blocking shots. San Antonio thrives on ball movement. If you don't have something, reverse the ball, get it to the other side of the floor.
Ginobili splits the defense. Outside is
rotating defense. They fronted Duncan, they forced the lob, they came from the weak side.
And then
43%. He will come down and just shoot him in transition or in a set offense.
Here's Ori. More than 4. Billups and Duncan comes out to guard him. So he goes by Tim and lays.
Now see Chauncey. Chauncey's a very strong player in the upper body. And once he get down inside, see, he just ate up Duncan. Defensive rotations are not what we are accustomed to. They're late. They're not getting them before they get in the lane. And give him a shot, mainly because of the energy spent guarding Parker. And, he made that known before. Watch this now. You're going to say high-low and watch Muhammad go over the top. And now he's coming strong. And that's the way to end.
Ginobili off an Ori screen, then into the corner to Brown. Brown runs into Wallace. Wallace goes down, but there's no foul. Billups winds up with the ball. What a move!
Better step you or give you a ball fake. Watch this behind-the-back fake. And then Ori goes for the fake. Chauncey just pulls it right back. Make the
side. 6.5 remaining in the half. And there goes Parker in, but he can't get it to drop. Scramble underneath. Can't cash. Parker quickly down the floor. He's going to go all the way, and he's going to drop it in. Takes as many shots as a center, as a 7-foot guy, from within 6 feet. And 8 of his 9 shots tonight have been
of his size. Now you know that Chauncey Billups can post up Parker at any time.
Billups lose.
Very disciplined point guard. He leads your team. He sets the tempo. He makes good decisions. A little bit right now. He's 3 for 10, but he's getting good looks. So you never worry about that on the road. Just continue to run with your gun, and you're going to be wide open.
Arroyo with a shot clock. Here comes Billups.
Nice.
He feeds Arroyo, but it's knocked away.
Great steal.
Bowen gets a hand in. Ginobili feeds Parker. He goes by Billups. and puts it.
Ginobili's struggling now. He's only had one field goal, and he's just leaving a lot of things short.
This is Phillips guarded by Parker. Now Prince with the ball with Ginobili on him.
Oh, beautiful.
Hamilton gets free. It's like Bowen also took a little shot in the snout right there. Back it comes to Ginobili beyond the arc. Inside, Rasheed Wallace. High over Duncan. Ben Wallace is there. Prince resets. And there goes Phillips, who gets away from Parker and knocks.
Be ready to shoot the basketball. You're only open for a split second here tonight.
Parker, and he had Wallace outside.
Defenses are rotating from the other side of the floor. They don't give up on the play.
Prince caught it after he was fronted, but he was too far underneath the basket.
Oh, air ball.
Bowen misses. Wallace and Duncan, and Ben wins the tip. Then Billups backcourt. That's not an 8-second violation, but they only have 6 right now on the clock. Duncan goes in, has that turned away, and put up and in.
Just break game.
Bowen will feed Duncan. Then turning toward the baseline, and San Antonio has its biggest lead of the. On game day, you're Evelyn Wood.
Everyone relaxes differently in the afternoon. Some guys take naps, some guys go for a walk, some other night for soft stuff.
No.
And it's not a night where you make a catch that you do not have an NBA move. Because tonight you're being challenged defensively at both ends.
And
Antonio attempted 30 a game.
That's stolen again. Pistons with a chance to tie the game, and Billups will.
Both teams are struggling. They're shooting 36 and 38% here.
Duncan in, Muhammad out. Ginobili.
You can go inside to Prince on Ginobili. At the other end right now, you want San Antonio to move the basketball, and please do not forget about Duncan.
Parker's short, but there is Ginobili.
Ball is deflected right out of bounds, and now they're forcing you on the shot clock.
3 seconds on the shot clock. And that means Wallace. Muhammad to Parker, into Duncan now. 8 on the clock. Parker, spin around that goaltending.
Giving off that handoff on the baseline. See, this is Parker's game. He'll take it on the baseline, take it to give it up. And you had a high percentage shot there. McDice, that's his game on the baseline.
Ginobili, all the way.
Just watch how clever he is. He'll take it right into you. And he is not concerned about your shot blocking ability or the fact that he's going to take contact. And how about that?
Not common, so I wonder what the kid is going to say when he's 15 years old.
There may be a few kids named Ginobili.
See, Phillips is shooting a high percentage, the only one on his ball club. He's now 9 for 16 from the field. He has 21 points. So Larry is running him in that down position. They will get there because they have good matchups for them that they can really score on as we move through the series.
Parker, 1-2, knocks that down. Detroit well ahead in steals, ahead in blocks, but behind on the scoreboard. And Muhammad is there to knock it away.
Another block.
Ginobili, and we've got a blocking foul. And the basket will.
Coaching against the team. You can't do anything about this. That is just a miraculous shot. But the key is he wanted the contact.
Made it a game by the end of the first quarter, and right now threatening to blow it away in the finals for the second year in a row. But right now down by a dozen halfway through the fourth quarter.
And now in double figures, and he only has 11.
Parker behind his back. Duncan fumbled it. Gets the shot off, and then the series like that. Duncan as they reset the shot clock.
Now this is just a great move. Now he had to fight Rasheed Wallace off. Rasheed was going to...
Muhammad pressured outside by Rasheed Wallace. Gives it up to Duncan. Turnaround.
Now left side on the previous play. Duncan gave him the fake, kept it back. The defenders got two on the guy, cutting in the basket. All of this game.
Well, Bowen is normally, it's a 9-point game. Parker loses it.
Give it up, give it up.
And they give it up to Hamilton for the stuff. Ginobili with the fresh clock. Gets the inbound. Works his magic through the lane. And with 5 on the shot clock. Ginobili to launch.
Who can isolate you, break you down, and then the ball movement. The ball movement, they'll run time on the clock.
Ginobili.
I really love a quote by Pop. And they asked him, you know, how did you rein in Ginobili? He played.
Arroyo. The pressure really falls on the team that is down on the O-line to wrap up their scoring. 84-69. Last year, it's Nazim Mohammed. Dan Crawford puts it up and begins with San Antonio's possession. Tony Parker, the point guard, picked up by Chauncey Billups. Ginobili gets his first touch of the game. Tayshaun Prince starts defensively on him. Now Parker. Outside the three-point arc. Shot clock down to 7. Cross court to Ginobili, and the first shot of the game. Parker. First possession, San Antonio did not work the ball inside, just on the outside. And this time it's
San Antonio will continue to come at you strong for 48 minutes. Remember, ball movement from side to side is their key.
Ginobili to Boston. Here's Rasheed Wallace, dunking on him. Rasheed over Duncan.
What you like to do in that situation is wait till the player turns so that he can make a good catch.
So Parker pressured Billups in the backcourt, and the crease come from behind. He'll block a shot, but this time on the way down for a goaltender.
Yeah, that's it.
Hamilton gets the rebound for the Pistons.
Well, if they can keep Parker on the outside, they'll force him to make the long jump shot. The key is try to keep him out of the paint.
Ben Wallace underneath. Nice. Ben Wallace working on Bowen this time. Shot clock at 5. Prince from 10 feet. And then 7-6.
Now, that was big time. I mean, he was off the rim. Just a great.
And now he has to do it again because he has 2 fouls in the first part of the game.
Now, Larry going small by first 5 minutes out. Detroit, they've got to really pick up the defense. Too easy. San Antonio beating them off the dribble at will.
And San Antonio with an 8-point lead. Wallace now making tonight. Talked about it the other night that Popovich was the best man at Larry's wedding, and Tim Duncan's first shot.
In the first 6 minutes of the game, Duncan did not attempt a shot.
Parker, and then Barry whips it back to Ori, and Robert is off the front rim. The rebound to Ben Wallace, and quickly up to Rip Hamilton. Hamilton,
The sideline.
that foul on Robert Ori, his first.
San Antonio's defense very quick tonight, Al.
He seeks his third, missing here, and it's Parker into the front court quickly, but alone, and all the way to the basket. There, and Tony will go to the line for a 3-point attempt.
Yeah, this is Tony Parker at his best. He is going to take you in the open, try to fight his way over the top. Muhammad moved and caught him and dropped Chauncey Billups right on the spot.
As you come off a game like that, he has to listen to the criticism. I think he's going to come out completely different, and they're going to come out much more aggressive. Or he picks up the loose ball on the floor and block.
Keep an eye right here. They catch him trying to split the trap, and this is just a strong move. McDyess never come in. Look out now, they have numbers.
Parker. Barry works it back out. Ginobili for 3.
They missed at least 3, maybe 4 baskets in the post area. Now they're 3 for 8 from the foul line, and with 5 foul shots, they've missed at least 5 opportunities inside the painted area. They're getting opportunities. They have 7 offensive quarters.
So the field goal percentage, when one team's going to shoot 60%, as Bowen drives and lays it in off the glass, and then Duncan
Player beating his man off the dribble, and then the defense rotates and hoop. All right, 3-on-3 here. 4-on-3 with the trailer.
and Arroyo will stop and pop and hit.
Oh, there's a great trap.
Threw it away. Wallace has it. Hamilton can't convert, though. Spurs quickly back. Barry to Duncan. Dishes back out in another steal. Barry got in the passing lane. Here goes Udrih. San Antonio's lead, double digits again. 36-25 in Game 2 of the NBA Finals.
And plus, when the shot clock is down, they need a guy who can score.
Nice pass.
Game, make solid decisions, and take high percentage shots. We have not seen that in this first half.
Reno Udrih with his Ginobili imitation. Out to Duncan. Hamilton trying to get hot.
And they just can't get the ball to drop. Oh, great.
What a pass to Parker. Bowen called for the
Let's keep
foul.
an eye right on the middle. See, no pressure on the passer. The pass was easy to make, and then Parker just blowing by with that explosion.
Bowen dishing back out. Ginobili. Prince cuts him off. Ori's free.
Second to get that shot.
Drew Esikoff, our director. That looked like something out of a movie. You saw Brown call timeout on a monitor. He called it live as well. 16-point game.
And then anything which is a loose ball, he's everywhere. And he's in the perfect spot up place with the shot clock down.
Detroit hasn't made a three nor even attempted a three.
And the foul team on the line, playing well, great ball. How about that?
Oh, man. It's like
offensive end. We're getting a great clinic by San Antonio with their unselfish play.
Phillips. Ori. Passes up the Big Ben, the defensive player of the year.
The dude is starting to play better defense, Detroit defense, and then they'll get their opportunity.
Now with 10 points, 2 minutes to play. From the corner, shot from three-point land. Detroit has not even attempted a three-pointer. Ginobili with a great save, and then Bowen drives and of course plays phenomenal defense.
To have at least 8 to 9 seconds here.
But after play,
You have an advantage right here with the trailer.
Hamilton
On the play before, and he thought that he was fouled right there. Okay, as he went to the basket. So 11 opportunities inside of 4 to 5 feet.
Bowen from the corner and shoot in the eye. He seems to be fine. Parker gets it to Ginobili. Great ball movement. And Tony Parker at halftime. Here he is, living in three-point country, knocking that one down. Hamilton contested by Duncan, who can't believe it's not called a double.
Watch the down screen. Duncan has him one-on-one. Now that is not a travel. That's called an up and under as you're facing. That was just a great move by Rip Hamilton, and then he knocked it.
And the frustration is so evident. That's his third foul.
San Antonio still out-hustling, out-quicking Detroit, and they've been doing it ever since we tossed the ball up to start this game. As we came down the line in the last 6 minutes of the game, tonight he's on fire.
Has led all the way.
Nice play.
Beautiful. Inside.
By Ben Wallace. Keep an eye here now. He catches Prince right on the move.
Hunter. Back to Rasheed Wallace.
But it's still going to come back. They must start to defend and do a better job.
This is McDyess's third foul on this lead. And Phillips.
They're defending on the guys coming out off the screens, doing an excellent team defensive job. Up the dribble.
Manu Ginobili. Guarded by Duncan. Turns to his left. Misses the rim, and Ginobili comes away with it, and he has it knocked away. Hamilton still can't get anything to drop. And Rip finally gets in the field, but gets this with the extra effort and goes to the free throw line.
Yeah, definitely. Ginobili was inside the defensive circle, so you're...
Ginobili. Udrih from the... Bowen comes into the game. Muhammad in the game. Here's Phillips. Nice move.
Here, got great teams playing. The games are never over. You always want to stay optimistic.
Phillips gets 67. San Antonio in game 2.
It would give them a lot of life.
And it's Phillips, and he
Shooter during the season and at playoff time. See right there, Parker got caught. This is where he scored offensive end.
Hamilton all the way, and it's showing you why they're the champs.
Well,
they're very much back in the game.
Their two key guys are getting you scores, and that means Phillips and Hamilton. Steal.
His third of the night. Bowen from the corner.
Pass. All right, and then at this end, suck the defense in with your strong dribble, and now Bowen must step up. And
Darko Milicic is in for Detroit. Arroyo's also knows Michigan for game 3. Ori. And having won game 2 by 21. 97-76. Muhammad. Crawford ready to put the ball in the air, and here we go in game 3, and it's a back game. But here we go, and it's knocked away by Ben Wallace. And Wallace with a jam.
Number one concern, turnovers. You cannot turn the ball over here tonight. You must limit them because the turnover will get them out on the break. Either the floor to the other, cause problems from a defensive standpoint for Detroit.
So San Antonio has already gone to the bench for 2 substitutions in the first minute and a half of the game. And then inbounding in front of him, you saw Ginobili working on his knee, flexing it. He had to come out of the game just seconds into the game. Here's Rasheed Tayshaun looking to get high. He was 1 for 7 the other night. Ori guarding Wallace. Moves in on him again. Off the glass.
Outside the building. But here, a little bit of a flop, but a little bit of a blow in the chest.
Rasheed misses the layup.
You are giving away a lot of size and a lot of big rebounding, and you got to keep Detroit off.
Losing on a 48-minute basis by 5 points. Here goes Bowen. Inside, has it knocked away, but Duncan is... Richard Hamilton. Look at Bowen. All over him, but Hamilton is in.
Nice move.
Phillips to Wallace.
Beautiful pass, great execution. They were relying on the rotation.
Very well. Hamilton against Bowen. 2 in a row.
Bring out the point that the majority of his shots are short. Just has to relax a little bit.
And Manu Ginobili.
With a potential knee injured here, you've got to close him out. Take his man down in here and post Parker up at will and stay within the offense. And by doing that, he will...
Detroit 14 points in the paint, only 2. And what a block! Just everywhere, but
that's major in a game like this. Already, they've made 3 in this quarter, and that's the reason for the lead.
Parker with a loss.
With this unit out here right now, Rip Hamilton and also McDyess on the box right there are your key people.
Under a minute and a half. Parker, Hamilton picks him up and gets it up. Passing it back out. Ori doesn't pass up many of those. And then Barry puts it in.
Now this is Brent Barry going to the basket, coming up underneath, allowing the defender to fish it from the wing.
Detroit has a foul to give. And then Parker whips it back outside the Bowen for a 3.
How about it gets in there? Not only is he not afraid, but also he can finish, and he finishes with either hand.
Robinson is in the game for the first time, gets it back to Ori. That's contested, saved at the baseline. Back comes the Pistons. Hamilton, alley-oop to Prince.
Playoff. I'll just keep an eye to the left of your screen. That's just excellent eye contact. They love to throw, not go asleep. Rasheed Wallace must attack Tim Duncan down in the low post area and force him to...
The 10 guys who started the game.
Oh, what a...
Muhammad has that
it out. 2-on-1.
Wallace takes it from Phillips and
all rounds. Just outstanding.
2 steals for him to go with 5 blocks, and Hamilton.
The 17-foot jump shot.
Parker living in the lane. Hamilton now leading the Pistons.
Come on, you got the mismatch right there.
5 seconds on the clock. Rasheed Wallace on the turnaround to drop
Low, make the pass, and let him operate.
Duncan will work it back to Bowen. 3-point attempt for Bruce. Points in the period for the Spurs in almost 10 minutes. Duncan.
Enough Duncan, mainly because Detroit was rotating to help out. Oh,
Very nearly tipped up, kept alive.
Oh, here you go.
Phillips now. 3 on 2. Down the middle.
Nice.
To Wallace, and then
That's one of the very few times that he had a head of steam where he could not go all the way.
now Ori hits a 3 and
Now, this is Robert at his best, and this has been, when you put a great point out, you know, over 50% of his shots are down inside of that 6-foot area.
He lives there. He makes 1 of 2. He's the leading scorer in the game with 9, and Phillips goes
11-0 on the break.
Prince saves underneath, comes back out to Hamilton. Parker cuts him off. It sets it up with
Shooters that we have in the league.
only the second 3-pointer for Detroit in the final.
You got a mismatch here. You got to get a good high percentage shot.
Drives on Mohammed.
Fourth. Well, that's Ori time.
Yep.
That's when they slide Duncan into the center position.
Hamilton.
Now keep an eye on this downstream. I see Bowen's playing him on the inside. And here comes the screen right here. Oh, you can see they could have called that a moving.
That close. It's been as close as Bowen guards Hamilton. 6 on the shot clock. Off the glass.
See, he's looking at this. Now remember, Duncan is to the right outside of your screen. So as he comes here, he's going up over the top of Tim Duncan.
And Rip has 6. Phillips lays it off for Rasheed Wallace. Ben with a rebound.
Great hustle by Ben Wallace. Oh, yes.
Oh, yeah.
Now, this is a great pass. How's that for eye contact? Beautiful pass and terrific finish. Rip Hamilton to Ben Wallace. And remember, Wallace set that play up because he terrific pass.
Eminem waving the towel. It's the biggest lead. Ori with a rebound.
Yeah, he left that one too high. He was thinking of a shot block.
Now Ginobili will go all the way and
Yeah, I thought he definitely got hit on that play, and he was looking to the referee for the call.
Parker. Look at this guy.
Wow. Ginobili taking it to the basket, accepts the contact, but he finishes. Look at this finish right there. Beautiful. Over the front of the...
Ori, a little scoop. Mohammed is there. Technical foul of the playoffs. No one else has more than 3. 4 on the shot clock.
Hey, Chuck, the clock is down now. You're inside of 5 seconds. Excellent extension on that shot by Ginobili. But remember we tell you about Phillips and force him to pass the basketball.
He's seesawing again. Here's Hamilton, and now
they're trying to post Phillips on the right side of the lane.
McDyess on a turnaround. And Ben Wallace
was the only guy. Keep a look to the right. See, he's got Bowen on him, and now he's got Parker. So that was just a match.
I'm rating your game, and your game was like, nah. And he said it definitely set a charge up under him because he said usually, you know, you come home.
to the lane, lost control of it. Here comes Parker. Tony free. Long 2 drop. To Ben Wallace with 2 on the clock. And Ben comes away. Rebound. Ben comes slowly down the court, but Hunter takes it all the way in and
To force a change the direction of the pass. Now keep an eye right on Hunter. He sees that he's got an opportunity here. I'm sorry, it was Parker.
and it's thrown away.
Yeah, first time we've seen the trap.
Hamilton for Hunter, but McDyess. Under 10. Parker bounces it out to Ori, who dropped it, collects it, and then scores with 2
by Lindsey Hunter.
Detroit had 3 steals in the last 1:13 of the 3rd quarter, and McDyess puts it in.
Job, you know, taking the ball from one side of the floor to the other. That's one thing Pop wants. Unfortunately, they've had too many turnovers.
Duncan, and when Duncan
Just try to refrain from the cheap foul.
First team foul, and you've got McDyess. Other Spurs, Duncan and Parker in double figures, with Tony leading with 17. Chauncey Billups
Up and created a mismatch with Duncan.
And then Ginobili throws it away. And Billups.
Oh, wow! That was just beautiful. He just ran Duncan back. Now, how about this? Look at that finish. That was a beautiful finish.
By Detroit.
Now, you got to reset now. You got to reset and get what you like.
McDyess from 19 feet.
80%. But at any time, they could go on a terrible percentage rate.
Absolutely. And there's McDyess.
And Hamilton together here, you've got to decide which guy you're going to put Hunter on.
Hamilton gets the loose ball in the lane. The opposite, 84-69, San Antonio, the final in the opener. Bowen misses. Duncan is there for the rebound. Hands it to Parker and Tony.
We cannot give them momentum out in the open floor. 18-2 on fast break points for Detroit.
Ben Wallace. Bowen.
Yes, sir.
Shoot. And Hamilton is free.
Fourth did not allow him a shot attempt.
17th turnover tonight by the Spurs.
How about this guy? Hamilton, he's working hard. He's gotten up 23 shots tonight. And they're all in his areas, his key areas. And finally, he's come aboard. He's 11 for 20. Has been a pest out there. He's been all over.
Another steal.
Nice.
We got Wallace to Wallace, to Hunter to Wallace. Bingo.
Now this is pretty. This is unselfish play. Watch the trailer in the middle of your picture right there. Reward the big guys when they run, especially if...
And Arroyo. And we'll win this game handily. That's the way it's going to wind up. 2,000 games to put it up. And the tip is blocked by Bowen. He just takes it out of the air.
Now, that's one of the very few that you have seen in 3 games plus less than a minute.
Ginobili. And again, he contends. Popovich contends. No problem with the leg after the other night. Underneath to Mohammed for the Pistons that started the game 0 for their first 4. Then Ginobili has it knocked away. Billups got a hand in. And Hamilton allowed. And second fewest points allowed. Billups to Ben Wallace. Almost the defensive player of the year. And he knocks it away again. And then he gets it back from Billups. And Detroit.
Their first rule, take care of the basketball. And they're shaky already in the first quarter.
Ginobili. Hamilton comes away with the ball for and goes all the way. And then,
but they have been consistent allowing the contact. And then at the other end,
number 1 defensive team in the league, and it's another away again by Wallace.
Yeah, Duncan is really upset. He thought he got fouled.
And Billups. I'm laughing to myself even because he says the free world as Duncan goes in and misses. And Duncan gets it back and scores. And
because Billups can just muscle him and take him strong to the rim.
Ben Wallace shoots. Ben Wallace. Again, shot clock all the way down to 3.
He's calling is not getting him high percentage shots. And at the defensive end, there.
Ginobili back to Barry. From outside, Ginobili well off the mark, but Ori is there for the offensive board. From the lane, that won't go. And then the rookie from Slovenia kicks it back outside. Now Barry had that 3 contested. They work it around. Good ball movement.
That was a flop on the last possession down here at the Detroit end. You do not want to give up uncontested. Have the quickness because of the leg after the operations, the 3 operations. You've got to.
The shot clock is off, so Hunter
they're in zone.
Hunter now. Kicks it back out. Rasheed Wallace at the hole.
Out and look for the 3.
That's the first 3-pointer in the finals for Detroit for anybody other than Sean.
They were pushing Hurley and looking at that 4-on-3 break. You just cannot settle now and say we're going to play half-court basketball. Once the trap comes, there it is.
He wasn't careful. Lindsey Hunter bounces it back to Wallace, and they throw the ball.
Do not extend the length of the pass. You try not to bring the ball up on the sideline and leave your feet. because the only thing he can do is pass. Lindsey Hunter is a bear, and then when you're using Rasheed Wallace.
Prince.
Nice.
Rasheed passed up a three. Hunter after the fake. Spurs working the edge. Stolen again. This time given up by Ginobili. McDyess lays it off for Lindsey Hunter.
Excellent defense by Hamilton. Now, once again, they're right there with the deflections. The deflections give you the steals. And what I like about
Devin Brown and Nazir Mohammed come in for San Antonio. That offensive foul on Bowen as McDyess puts.
They're getting this shot easy on this move. Once the screener sets the screen, rotates out.
Nothing in this quarter, 11-0 in the quarter, Detroit. And the three-point. Devin Brown, Duncan, Mohammed, and Bowen out there for San Antonio. And Duncan keeps it alive to Brown, and then Duncan goes in with a left hand to put it in. 5.5 left in the opening half.
Yeah, they're trying to post Prince first on Devin Brown down inside. That did not work.
Rasheed for three. Into the...
Yeah, I like this. Yeah, they should wear this out right here. Parker on Hamilton. He's 5 at playoff time. He's your guy.
And he's 5 for 5 in the game tonight. And Brown gets
the San Antonio Spurs, and he has worked extremely hard. See, now at that
to what took place in the first 3 rounds of the playoffs, when the home team won only 55% of the game. But home cooking makes the. Prince.
Do what you got to do, Al.
I love it. Popovich is talking about the free world. Wallace is talking about an independent.
Get that block.
Phillips, as it expires. Looking the clock. Here's Wallace.
Whoa! Pressure here is on execution. Execution, and then the ability of this guy right here. Oh, yes.
10-2, the difference in turnovers. Detroit turning the ball over only 2 times in 24 minutes. None in the second quarter.
He just talked to them and said, hey, listen, just cut the thing down at the end of the third quarter by 8 to 10. Give us a chance with 6 minutes to go.
And then that was a 3-second violation. No foul on that last play. The change of possession now. So after the third foul, goes right over to Bowen and creates the steal here as Tayshaun Prince comes away with it and drives all the way. The guy, you go out and you do it, and Wallace with an emphatic block again. Hamilton drives. Here goes Prince to the percentage shot, and instead Rip comes out. Here's your block. This is the Piston basketball now. Then as you're coming on the break, give it up. With a ton of contact, he can't get it down, no foul. And then Ginobili steals it at the other end. Parker going in on Wallace with the reverse. Wallace in that situation, that would have been his fourth. He's playing with 3 right now. With 6.5 to go in the third quarter. Chunks. A bit more than that in the third quarter. Chauncey Billups way off, misses everything. They keep it alive. The shot clock keeps going, though. It's down to 3. Isn't a classic shot in the arm. Between them, they had 11 points. And I'm just happy for Hunter because he's off and running now. He's 3 for 3. Parker, half-court offense, and get what they really want. Get high percentage shots. Oh, boy. 19-point Detroit lead. Trying to square the series. 15 is Sunday. Barry for 3.
Distance once you start the fourth quarter.
Those were Barry's first points of the game. And then Hunter.
This young guy, when he first came in the league out of Jackson State, he came in as a primetime scorer.
Antonio McDyess. Parker gets free, and that'll be a goal.
Antonio is dangerous. They're dangerous right now. Because as good as you're playing, this game is not out of reach. Just say, I am going to keep the ball moving offensively, only take what's a gimme for me. That's difficult with
here by Brown. Works off a nice screen by Wallace, but Disturbich picks him up. Shot clock is down to 6. And Arroyo goes all the way in far, but then it comes back out. McDyess game.
And no one more so than Ben Wallace. He has really come up here with 3 great passes in San Antonio. Game 3, 47%. Tonight they're at 47. Why? Because of the baskets on the fast break.
Done it tonight with Hamilton only contributing 4 points.
How about this wrestle-off between Duncan and Wallace? Don't get people who are in double figures. They're getting a well-rounded game tonight.
And when he gets 6, that means somebody bench for sure. Spurs had a lead early tonight. They were up by as many as 4.
Pull them up with their quickness, coming off screens and getting right into the painted area or wide open jumpers.
And their steals all night long, and their had been big, and now has kind of died on the vine, at least for the time being.
Well, because he's been very emphatic.
What you can do when you're 21.
Oh, quick move.
Duncan over the last 48 hours.
You get in a situation like this at both ends of the court. You want your team to stay within what you do. Together another 48 minutes. Back-to-back games of playing their game.
Hamilton. So they stay here. The Spurs will be here through Sunday night. And we'll have game 5. Ori drops the
big 3. They've either got to get better looks at the basket, they got to either shoot a better percentage, but it's a combination of just not, hey, we're not scoring.
Ben Wallace almost got a 7 of 7 from the free throw line. He has 7 assists.
Nice.
Hamilton to Rasheed Wallace, number 2 pick in the draft a couple of years ago, who has barely played. He's very young. Joe Dumars thinks he has a great season. Detroit has led since early in the first quarter.
He's with the rebound and steals a blocked shot. But that is his 3rd jump shot outside of 15 feet.
And another steal, and then Hunter way to making the NBA Finals a best of 3 with Game 5 here on Sunday night. And San Antonio hadn't allowed 90 or more in a finals game until the other night. It figures to be Detroit's final possession, finals game. 4. You just can't play a lot better than the Pistons did tonight. In the series, Gavi puts it in the air. Mohammed and Wallace. Now Tim Duncan guarded by Rasheed Wallace. Ginobili goes by Prince, drops it off underneath for Duncan, and
nothing is there. Take it to the basket. Now you can see Detroit. This is where they have excelled in games 3 and 4. They were diminished in the first half.
That was a 3-second violation, and here's
4 rounds of the playoffs, right around.
Phillips goes all the way in.
48 minutes, they've been able to wear the Spurs down.
On the switch now, Duncan guards Prince. Prince shoots over him. He had his moments and has been very good defensively. Going to work on Duncan and dropping. So it's 8-4.
No double team.
Duncan one-on-one with Wallace and
Ginobili and Parker.
And that's been the case through the games here in Auburn.
The immediate move.
And contested by Wallace, and Phillips will lead the break. And Phillips for a 3.
They come right. Duncan brings this with the right hand back to Wallace. Wallace has been able to get that shot. And then right here, this is Phillips' game. He's one of them.
In the thigh early in game 3. Everybody's saying he's fine, but you tell me. Here's Duncan putting it in with the rebound. Ginobili through the lane, a running left.
Most of all, getting into the painted area with some scores. And then as he gains...
Who is out for a moment, comes back in.
There it is again.
Rasheed Wallace, and it's tipped back, as has been the case all series long, on Hamilton like a glove. Now Tony Parker gets a screen and puts one in. Said a lot more, and he told Michelle before the game, Popovich and Duncan will be big tonight. Here's Big Ben.
Is rotating on the baseline to help out. Now this is just a great move by Chauncey Billups.
And Ori now for San Antonio.
Excellent defense on Rip Hamilton that time. That was a tough move.
Tony Parker that time. Ginobili to the hoop, and this time get off the bench. Ginobili all the way left-handed. So
for the kick out to the perimeter shooting of Barry and Ori.
Here's McDyess.
Nice.
Slipped a little. Gets it in.
That is only their third turnover. Big thing. Cut down the turnovers. Take care of your board.
Point lead now for Detroit.
Oh,
and then tipped back to tie the game here. Kicked out to Parker, and he does. Ginobili.
So there's your switch. That's it. You got to get it there.
Duncan gets it over to Ori. Shot clock down to 7. Back out to Manu. Quick pass to Bowen.
Beautiful. Double team open up the three-point shot.
Barry ready to come back into the game. Underneath McDyess. Off.
That's where Detroit has been big. Remember now, they have been a monster on the offensive glass.
Parker gets it. Then underneath to Ben Wallace. And it comes back to San Antonio. And Ginobili and Parker 2-on-1 on Hamilton, with Prince coming in the left side
and finish with the left. Beautiful.
Hamilton. Richard loses him. Can't get it to drop. Followed by Rasheed Wallace. Doesn't go. Duncan the outlet to Brown. Now here's Barry, and sooner Wallace on him and over him. It's swung around to Hunter, who lays it off for Big Ben underneath, and he can't get free. That's blocked. Phillips has it and gets it to drop during the regular season. The ball was touched by Barry, so there's no double. We're trying to do damage with Duncan and Bowen on the bench.
This is just a great read by Phillips. He had a mismatch. He's going to the rim because he knows that Rasheed Wallace has parked.
Hamilton off that curl, feeds Rasheed over Duncan for the brought it up 6 times. Make it 7 now, and that steal by Prince. Nice. With Hamilton and Wallace 3 on 1.
I've just come to life here now in the last 6 minutes. He wants to see more of this.
Here's Parker now. Game 5 of the series tied 2-2, and it's the first of those 24 tied at the half, which Hamilton
there, and then equals the turnover. Good to see him get off to a nice quick move.
Bowen hands it underneath to Muhammad, and Nazi with Chauncey Billups, MVP of last year's finals, has 11 points and now make it.
Missed the cutter. Ginobili was open.
Gets by Hamilton, and Bowen best of his 3 games in the series. In the Detroit end of the series, and Muhammad puts it to the 3rd quarter. Day off tomorrow, 6th game on Tuesday. Ginobili in the lane, puts up a prayer. Duncan is there.
Duncan and Muhammad, it's tough to shoot up over the top.
Ginobili to Bowen from the corner, loves it there. Detroit 11-6, and the Spurs in Game 5 lead by 5. Thursday night on ABC, same time. Here's Ginobili. Bowen drives on Hamilton, goes all the way in. Wallace by Duncan to score.
Now this is just a strong move. They're going to Rasheed, trying to get him off to the start. He was 3 for 9 for halftime. You can see he can finish in the lane. You've got to get Duncan to
syllable. It's Sheed, it's not Rasheed. It's ships as in championships.
As right after Barry in the backcourt, force him to give it up.
Bowen wide open. Ginobili with the rebound underneath the Duncan. Phillips. Hamilton gets 3, loses Bowen.
Now just keep an eye to the left of the screen. See, when he's coming up, see, Duncan cannot give the help because they've been burning him on Rasheed Wallace and McDuck.
Ori inside. Duncan from the lane. Dropping.
You get the mismatch now. They've had this a couple of times.
Chauncey Billups for on the mismatch. Knocked away Rasheed Wallace. Hunter 2-on-1 with Hamilton. Then he feeds back to the trailer. Billups
over his shoulder. Now just keep an eye. Watch Rasheed. Now, he looks back for the trailer. See, he took a look for him. Here he comes right there, and a great finish.
Parker takes it. Tony's going to drive. He's going to lay it off for Ori. Three-pointer on the way. Got it with one. Tony Parker had no points, nor did Ginobili in that third quarter. And then Ori.
2 threes. But pressure, clock going down, he's the man.
Hamilton. Over to Hamilton. He's picked up by Duncan on the switch at the baseline.
There's a clear out.
He goes by him. Ori comes in to help, but they drop it.
Line's going to the. Keep an eye here now to right in the middle of your screen. The Ori came right over, allowed McDyess to step it in. Unfortunately, that one just did not go down for him, but he had a high percentage shot.
Duncan underneath from Ori.
And the block shots, total game. He's really leading by example.
21 points and
plenty of time. Plenty of time.
Prince drives, lays it up.
The pass to Tayshaun Prince, but unfortunately the ball was knocked loose.
It's the Duncan Wallace show again.
Yeah, they got a little confused here on this staggered screen.
Under 7 minutes to play. Pistons by 2. Ginobili drives.
Side, he dips that shoulder. It's the second time tonight where he draws the contact. See, right there. And then he forces it.
The only other team to do it back in 1955. As the Fort Wayne Pistons before moving to Detroit. Here's Chauncey Billups. Big Ben underneath.
Big Ben with the quick feet. He does all the intangibles. He keeps balls alive. Gets you the second shot attempt.
Here's Duncan missing. Duncan keeps it alive. And Duncan.
It's a terrific effort by Duncan. All right, he misses the shot. Now just watch. Before that, he missed the shot.
So the Spurs will go to the line for the rest of the fourth. San Antonio on Tuesday night. Ginobili. Ori with Rasheed Wallace now with 14 fouls, so they'll shoot free throws the rest of the way. Crowd quiets down. Ori leaves it now for Ginobili. Prince stays with him. Mono's going to
top. The defender thought he had him. That was a difficult shot. 2, 3. And you really must clear up how you're covering pick and roll.
Whether to be 4% career free throw shooter. First time he's been to the line tonight.
Timeouts, they have used their 20 seconds.
Neither team with a foul to give. Will shoot free throws the rest of the way.
He did not come across the lane. Chauncey made the perfect pass.
Ginobili lays one up short.
Offensive board.
Ori seeking his 6th championship ring. Has 10 points in the quarter. Chauncey.
Either post, run a spin move, or take Parker off the dribble.
30 for him
with the clock going down.
Now Chauncey Billups. 30 points tonight. He'll draw 9 from the line. 0 for 5 in the quarter from the line. With the 6 seconds. He's not setting the screen. Ginobili drives all the way and it's blocked underneath. And the rebound. Billups. Tayshaun Prince will shoot.
Now Steve Gabby's saying that he grabbed him. He grabbed him, went up, and so they're calling it a shot. I like what the fact that's the first time that they actually stopped their movement. The other times they removed
on the clock.
It's got to happen quick.
Receipt on Duncan. 3 on the clock. A minute and a half to go. Bowen kicks it back out. Ori.
Now they have Prince on Ginobili, Hunter on Parker.
Here's Ginobili.
Oh, they
to Ori for 3. Long, you would think. And with the bum shoulder as well, here he is, I mean, just clutch shot after clutch shot.
The old story, the most dangerous guy is the guy out of bounds. And that time they put the ball right into the corner, and then as they trap down, they go away from Robert Ori. You know. Bringing Chauncey Billups. He was trying to come up the middle.
And here is Hamilton now. Hamilton with an elbow into the face of Parker. Can't make the shot. Bowen comes away with it. And here we go from San Antonio. And the tip will go.
Bowen played him on the baseline side.
Tony Parker off the high screen. Ginobili is wide.
You've got to get out on top of him. You know that when you get the dribble drive, it's going to open up the three-point kickouts.
Ben Wallace, he's had a real good series on both ends of the court.
With the dribble and then also hit the jump shot facing. Oh, here you go, 3-on-1.
Detroit with a steal. Chauncey Billups will lay it back with the left hand.
And they played that soft. That's why Prince was open once he got into the foul line area.
And Tony Parker's in there as Rasheed Wallace, one-on-one now with Duncan. Gets help underneath, and then
Prince must step up here now and give them solid double-figure points. Now, they go to Rasheed early in every contest. Now, you like the fact that he's...
Clock is down to 7.
He's got time to go one-on-one.
He stops.
And down from finishing in the lane.
Spurs by a point. Rasheed. Too shy.
That's old-time turnout. That will not get it done here tonight.
Prince gets doubled, but gets it back outside. 5 on the clock. Hamilton launches. Prince starts back.
We have an advantage here. 4-on-3. Nice pass.
And because
in the paint. That was an excellent look by Billups.
Rasheed Wallace now has 6 points. Ori and Brent Barrier. Parker on the bench, at least for the moment. He'll be coming back in shortly, but not until, in all likelihood, the rookie Beno Udrih. Instead, he'll take Parker out. They'll go into a motion set.
So you want him on those spot-ups, Al. It takes the pressure off the inside people.
Hamilton. Duncan through the lane. Late. Hunter is on Parker. And McDyess comes out. That frees Bowen as they work it.
Ori making the threes. Ori has made 11 threes in this series. Bruce Bowen, 11 threes.
And
we know that Billups, one of the top three-point shooters in the NBA, shoots it over 40%. He is a major force.
That steal is by Wallace in the basket. Bowen from inside the arc, an air ball. But right there is Ori in the pockets, if there were, in a uniform. And Parker then a floater.
That's a bad sign if it continues over the 48 minutes.
Ginobili floats one.
Went to the rebound, except the ball bounced to the left side. Always take care of that shooter.
And then he gets himself free to put. He was one of 7 Pistons to score in double figures. He had 17 that night off the bench. Another guy off the bench, McDyess. Over Ori. Got it. Antonio. There's Prince. Oh, and right there.
Timeout was called. Now this is just a great pass and a terrific catch and dunk. Just watch it now to the left of your screen.
Started receiving some verbal jabs from the San Antonio fans, so he gave one back to him, but immediately, and has been preaching to his kids, he says, look, don't worry about the referees, just worry about us as a team. Al?
Yeah, because that's been a setting here the last time. After a Hamilton bucket.
First tonight, they're quick of foot, not only after a miss, but also after a score.
And Rasheed.
Game, they only made 8 coming into this game in the entire series.
8, as I said before, 18%. From the corner, Hamilton is short.
Once again, McDyess, that's his favorite move.
Billups from way
down to the turnovers, and then can you take care of your defensive rebound?
Parker.
Ginobili is leading San Antonio in assists with only 4 a game. Parker is in position.
Duncan gets it back from Parker from 7.
It's wide open.
Duncan has 9. Billups lays it.
Avoid the man coming at him.
Tied at 40. Parker drive. 3 minutes to go. Throw it away. Hamilton drives all the way and gets by the Spurs, and Detroit's made the most of those. They have 11 points off those 6. Ori.
Have to be very careful in the second half if you are Detroit.
Ginobili with a runner.
8 baskets inside of 6 feet.
And 26 in the paint. Go. Hamilton will stop at the free throw line and then drive it
where your rotation must be.
Prince gets free in all of game 2.
Wow, a moving screen by Wallace will open up.
Nobody guarded by Prince inside to Duncan, who has to reach for it, and then off balance missing, but Muhammad is there. Again, the offensive zone. And they cash both of them. They cash 2 baskets off those 3, and then Phillips.
Horse in Duncan, 8 straight years, first team all NBA, etc. and so forth, then you can build around him. Backing it up. He's tied with Duncan as the leading rebounder with 8 in this game.
The 4th foul brings McDyess into the game for Phillips, and that one. Van Wallace. And then Duncan.
Time.
Hamilton. He's got only 4 turnovers in what Larry Brown said is as close to a perfect game as they can play. Cohen spots up. Got it.
And get in front of the guy off the dribble. This is just an alert pass by Robert Horry in traffic, finding locked down. That kick out in the corner is murder.
Phillips. For 3?
Yeah.
Phillips for 3. And the Piston lead is 2. Very capable of doing it. Lindsey Hunter is in 3 guards in the lineup now for Detroit, and Tim Duncan turns around. Biggest lead by either team tonight, 6 points, and that was Detroit. And Barry drives and scores.
Success off the dribble. Just try to stay in front of them.
Brooks on Brett gives them the lead, and now the drive and the score. And
you could see it. He was going all the way. And he's opening up now. He's shooting over 50% in this game, and he's at 18 points. So you know that he's going to be on
turnovers tonight.
And they're trying to get Prince on Barry down inside.
They get McDyess, who spins around Muhammad.
Simply maximizing your possession.
And inside, and the basket will count. Tee up quickly. Duncan saves. They move it around to Barry. Free from 15. Follows, and it goes.
What a Barry to put it down right here. Now this is thing when things are going your way. How about that tap? That tap came. Recently, we have seen Robert Horry shoot 2 air balls tonight.
And then it is the damage for Detroit offensively. Ginobili, Hunter stays with him. 2 on the shot clock. Robert Horry takes this one. He is the last guy you want to play in Horse.
Phillips just went away from Prince post and Barry on the right side to bring him over to the left.
Hamilton on a turn.
Then they bring him back again on the baseline. All right, now see, they've already ran him on the other side one time. Now he came back on the other. You're right on him. You get right. And they've been looking at this ever since Prince came back into the game. Posting Barry in the low post on the right side.
Hunter stops and hits.
Got to get up.
Parker. 4-3
inside, and they went away from Prince and Barry. Clock is down here now.
Hunter all the way.
They're here, and then for them to work on it if it can be repaired.
Ginobili.
Mono up in the high 40s.
Rasheed Wallace, his first points of... Phillips inside to Rasheed Wallace, a turnaround, air ball, but Prince is there to keep it alive. They'll reset. And Wallace will bang one from three-point land in 5 games. Ginobili. Duncan. Duncan in low. Gets the back. Would-be turnover there. And then right here with Wallace and 5 fouls. To the hoop he goes. Prince.
Oh, wow.
Shot clock to 10. Chauncey's going to go all the way in and miss, but
They have 3 people as outlets.
45 out of 47. Now, 7 in the NBA Finals was 1994. Brought him here as an assistant coach. Remember, Greg, best pals have just set up. And the game a little bit after 9 Eastern time on Thursday night from San Antonio. So this series. Dick Pavetta and Eddie F. Rush are the other officials. And San Antonio controls the opening tip with Tony Parker bringing the ball into the front court. He's picked up by Chauncey Billups. Ginobili is guarded by Tayshaun Prince. Duncan comes way outside with Wallace on him. And then putting basket of the game, Duncan.
Well, what I like to see there on that screen can take you off the dribble.
Now Rasheed Wallace, one of the stars the other night. Over Duncan. Ginobili stops and hits.
All he had to do was give it up, get it back. The defender would have had to commit.
And Wallace slow start. Wallace works on Muhammad. And Wallace, 4 minutes into the game, goes to the bench, and there goes Ben. Now Ginobili inside the
And step back. He's a very confident guy in the perimeter.
Hamilton off the. And you got Billups posting that. And he gets it back. Robert Horry has come into the game for the first time. And under
Screen.
Ginobili gets a little bit of help. Back out it comes to Barry. And a little pain.
Now you see right there, Ben Wallace came out and he forced Barry to make a very difficult shot. I like what will go Ben Wallace on Horry, but then great block by Duncan. Let him go. You keep challenging and force, try to put pressure on. It's his 14th make in this series.
Since Popovich called that timeout, a 10-0 run in a 2-point game. This is Lindsey Hunter. The dice turns around, it's it back. Hunter never shy to put it up. Underneath Hamilton.
Teams count on them. They're either the number 1 or number 2 scorer for their team.
Near turnover, but Duncan sit. Prince cuts inside. Hamilton will lay it off from McDyess. Hamilton tries to find room, does, and Prince behind his back. Waits to set up. Has a 3 opportunity. Who got hot in the first quarter. Parker from the corner next week, and that will determine the starters whether he can coach again.
Pass by Billups.
Pistons by 2. Duncan. Neither team has scored for over the last 3 minutes.
And tonight, that must improve as we go along because they're getting good looks.
Duncan whips it out to Parker. He passes up to 3, but Barry will look
to Brent Barry because 5 straight years he made over 100 threes and shot over 40%.
And 2-game regular season, and everybody is leaving it on the floor tonight. I know that's a cliche, but there's no other way to put it. Wallace, Ben Wallace.
Sitting here right now is Detroit struggling, getting great looks for threes, but Ginobili and Parker only have 7 points.
4 out of 5 for the Spurs tonight. 1 out of 7 are the Pistons from 3-point land. And
another open jump shot, but he'll give it up in traffic.
Bowen ticking down to 2 minutes.
Yeah, he wants to back down Parker here.
And then he lays it off.
About it. He said she understands. She usually wake up about 4 o'clock in the morning. She'll see me, roll her eyes, and just go back to bed.
Final minute of the opening half.
Nice.
Beautiful inside, and this. Duncan off the glass.
What a great play by Ben Wallace. That knocked that right to his man.
And what a nice pass by him. And Rasheed Wallace with a little spurt here. 8:45 remaining in the third quarter, and Detroit has stretched its advantage to 5 in Game 7. Comes Billups the other way for Detroit.
Detroit really running hard here in the open floor. They keep this up. They're going to open up some easy shots.
And McDyess,
he's got 8.6 rebounds, and he's making things happen.
Spurs in 4.5 minutes are 0 for 7 from the field in this period. And they need nice steal created by Manu Ginobili.
Now that's Billups' first turnover in this game. He has 6 assists.
Here's Duncan inside. Gets it back. Puts it.
When San Antonio won this game. Not there, right here. This is where Duncan was a monster in that second.
Ori each have 10 to lead the Spurs. How many? Clean block.
That's what we tell you, the block shots at each end.
Ginobili.
Because of the defense and the shot blocking.
Manu for 2, 48-46 Pistons.
We're already down to 13 seconds.
Billups slip, gets back up. Now we're down to 7 seconds. McDyess gets free, and
he was a shoulder ahead of McDyess, but Ben Wallace came in there. Terrific move.
Prince pulls up, and Prince.
Prince thought he was fouled. Dick Favetta told Prince that it was a clean block.
Duncan, this time he's got Prince on him. And Duncan.
That the small unit can defend. But right there, Prince had to pick up Duncan. Barry is on Rip Hamilton. You see right there, he knows he can take him. And Duncan block excellent. See right now, as soon as Hamilton saw Barry on him, you knew he was taking him right to...
Well, you never know how they're going to call it up.
With 7. Is he doing a job?
Duncan now. Tim Duncan banks one home.
They didn't think he was fouled, but there was definite contact. The foul could have...
She's at 4. Pistons by 2. Barry outside.
Ben Wallace fighting Duncan.
Ginobili drives all the way in. This presentation of the NBA Finals on ABC continues after this message and a word from our ABC stations. And Duncan gets free and off. 4 on the clock.
Now you have plenty of time here right now. Watch the drive and the kick out.
Billups to Prince.
There it is.
They work it into the corner. From the corner. Set up for a fantastic finish in Game 7. Final shot of the period. Tied at the end of 3.
Hey, Rip Hamilton went right into the post and posted up Parker.
Duncan.
Now just keep an eye. Watch down in the corner here. A beautiful feed. Duncan seals off Ben Wallace.
Chauncey Billups.
Yeah, they need Rasheed Wallace to come to life here. Come on, time is running down here now.
5 on the clock.
Gotta be quick.
Turned around by Rasheed.
Come to life now. He's looking, he checks the clock. Now watch what happens here. It's just up and up over the top of his defeat.
Ginobili working outside. Manu starts in. All the way. Ginobili with the dunk.
Now watch the hesitation, and then as soon as that defender gave him an alley, he's taking it. He's one of the toughest guys because sometimes he'll continue.
Puts it up.
Oh,
and
yes.
Big Ben gets another huge offensive board, but then Joey Crawford makes the call.
Hamilton on that one. He challenged that one right to the release.
8.5 left. Ori from the corner
for the Spurs. Detroit still struggling in three-point shooting. 1 for 9. Big difference.
Rasheed Wallace puts it.
Remember we told you about Duncan's offensive rebounding. That's his 5th of this game.
Now Bowen from outside.
And 13-3 during this final set. Now, once Duncan saw that double team, that ball was going out to Bowen. He wants to go into Rasheed Wallace, cut through, or take Barry in a one-on-one.
Rasheed over Duncan.
Now you have your switch here now. So you have Prince on Timmy Duncan.
And you also have 2 on the shot clock. And from the biggest lead of the game for San Antonio.
Now this is just good basketball savvy. Ginobili takes the challenge, and then he kicks back to Duncan. Beautiful.
And then Duncan puts it on the floor, lays it off to Ginobili with 2 on the clock.
Duncan, and now take the double team and then make that diagonal pass. Once again, Ginobili, that is his 12th three.
Another huge possession, and Phillips with a pull-up to drop it. Under 40 to play. Ginobili. Into the corner. Wallace spank. Manu Ginobili makes the third. Anyway, but you get the idea. Throw shooter.
Here very quietly, Al, with the 5 rebounds and the 4 assists in half to back up Duncan's production.
And Horry has 15 points, and then Hamilton
Goes off the clock.
That was the 4th foul on Paul. Take a couple of more seconds off. He knows he's going to be 4. It is 81, and the San Antonio Spurs with tough.
The most valuable player trophy to none other than Tim Duncan. Where are you?